Alright guys, welcome back to The Witness. So I was thinking about going past into the forest here, but honestly this place caught my attention. Not in the least because I'm coming out of this castle last episode. I took a break, of course. But what is over here exactly? By the way, I was watching the Achievement Hunter made a video for this game, and like usual, it's really not their thing, so it's a weird fit. But I got a kick out of the fact that my own videos were actually in the sidebar. It's not a common thing to watch a popular channel and just see my own videos just listed next to it as suggested things to follow up on. So this gate is closed. And I don't see anything to interact with there. Anything on there looks like a maze? Don't see a maze in the pattern. Something very naturalistic looking, but not related to what I'm trying to find. Huh. This temple could very well be related to the rest of the town, meaning that I don't necessarily have proper access for a while. Something I've found interesting is that one of the more common complaints about this entire game is the lack of story. And I'm sort of noticing a difference between me and how I treat games and how other people treat games in many cases, which is that when you are introduced to a brand new game, a very common question people have is, what's it about? And that's alien to me, actually. The first thing that comes to mind for me to ask is, what kind of game is it? Which seems natural to me because they're games. But people very consistently, when I tell them about, when I mention The Witness to them, and they're hearing about it for the first time, the first question they have is, what is it about? This implication that the story is the most important element in a video game or something, which is a medium that for a long time went on with little to no story, and a lot of its best games still don't really have much of a story to speak of. Oh, that's really straightforward. There's just a regular old switch up here. And for all I know, this game might have a story eventually, or something that comes together, but I'm avoiding finding out so far. Anything around here? Hello. It's these things. Oh, I can't even click on that. Interesting. I think I've seen a few diamond-shaped puzzles around here too. Oh, you're the one that's on. Okay, so if I walk up to you, what do I know? Well, there's plants over here, and plants over there, so do I avoid the plants? It would not appear so. Alright, let's not brute force it. But I either find the solution or I don't, and there's three of them next to each other. Let's see. Nothing behind me seems to indicate what's going on. Weird. There's a bunch of double panes here, and the one above and the one below have identical holes in them for some reason. I don't know if that's an oversight or a coincidence, or if it's specifically supposed to suggest some kind of symmetry. Could that be a clue to the puzzle? I don't see how it would be. Anyway, we found the front. Oh, hey, I'm inside. Weird. I thought this area would be gated off. But now that gate's open and there's the castle with a laser sticking out of it. Okay, I thought I'd have to unlock that later, so I was just going around to see if there was other ways in for other parts I'd have to progress through. So this one's less symmetrical. I mean, not symmetrical. The other ones aren't symmetrical, they're repeating. These ones do not repeat. They're two different pieces. You can kind of see through the debris, like it's some sort of destroyed temple. Huh. No way through. So that's also solid wall? Is there anything to be seen behind the wall? There's some fallen petals. There's another one on the far end. So is this thing completely surrounded by these kind of gates? That's just a regular wall, huh? Interesting. That one seems to have a puzzle on the back of it, but this one just seems to be a regular old gate. Alright. If there's a clue, I haven't picked up on it quite yet, but it might be that I have to open these walls. They're hinged. They might open if I do something else, and that might give me a clue about how to solve those. So let's go ahead and check out the inside of this ruined temple we're looking at. Bam. But yeah, I will gladly play games with no story for a very long time. This thing didn't open. There's a double door. Double door. Oh, that's it? Oops. Are we just introducing the idea of there being multiple locks? I wonder what the component is that plays. We'll learn at some point, perhaps. That terminal is off. There's the boards. Oh yeah, there's specific designs here that seem like they would indicate what's going on. But they're also closed off here. Maybe I can't see through them. Or maybe there's a way to open them. Hello, you. Okay. Nope. So grab both of them. Oh, there we go. There's the shutters opening. So there must be multiple settings for this. I don't know if the other one's going to be closed or not. Anything else opening besides these ones? It's a very startling sound. It's very loud. Hello. I would imagine these are broken in specific patterns. Oh, there's a cord leading to that thing. Hello. What's your deal? Can't click on you. Not yet, anyway. Nice view of the tower. What does this mean anything, though? What made it get destroyed in this aspect? There's these big holes missing out of it. Are you a puzzle piece? No? It has that vague design of like the Egyptian eye design. Huh. Let's try... Wait, did anything power on when I did that? Everything's still turned off around here? There's 2 panels on each side of this tree. Maybe if I do the opposite, we'll see what happens. Oh, can't go around the tree. You specifically have to stand over here. Right. Now they're closing, but will something else open? No. Okay. Let's try a different design then. We'll stand over here. Does it open you guys? Or you guys? It does open. So every hinged door in here can open in the most grating and distressing sound. Hello. You look like something I could make patterns out of. So right there, I'm immediately seeing that thing's yellow. This is yellow in a way that where it's oddly detached from the rest, like it would create an individual bulb. So if I line it up based on a side that doesn't have impurities of green on it, you may be able to make it the end of a maze. Or even one of these things. Huh. Oh yeah. If I stand back enough, I can make this thing line up with that and go around here. Can I do it right now, actually? Not quite. There's a little texture that makes the impurity fit. There we go. That happened, huh? Wow. This game continues to impress with these weird little quirks. That's a person shape. And that's a maze. If I make the maze line up with the person's silhouette, the head will become a circle because the top will be cut off. I think. Gotta be careful how I make this part fit, huh? There we go. Got it. Oh yeah, there they are. There's the obelisk. I didn't even see it till just now. So you can see the sort of person-looking shapes there. Seems to imply that there... Wow! Seems to imply that there's 8 of those in this direction. That'll take a while to find. Let's see here. So the fruit are the key at the moment, because they're bulb-shaped, which makes them obvious endpoints for the maze. I've used those 2 already. Don't know if they'll reuse the same ones, especially the middle one. This one seems less likely to be reused because it has such specific patterns in it. I wonder if I can make that one match something. Maybe this window? It also has very specific discolorations in it that would indicate that it's probably... Oh yeah. Make it line up with that little spike over there. Right around here. There we go. No? Not quite, huh? Alright. Is there another spike to try to line it up with, or am I somehow at the wrong angle? Let's see. So it has that little spike going into it that you'd have to cover up with something. So it's another spike in that direction. So I'm not seeing one at the moment. Let's see here. We can't go any further that way, so it's not going on the far side. And I can't make it go below the glass from this perspective, so it has to be like right around here, basically. Like right here. What's weird is that this part lines up. So the question is, where do they want me to go besides where I've been going so far? I'm not sure. Is there yellow behind me? There's no yellow that I can see that would help me disguise this. And if I go further back, it comes out of whack and stops lining up correctly. See, can I get an outside perspective of this place? If I go out in the jungle, maybe I can see it. Not the jungle, the garden. Hello? Oh yeah, there could potentially be other ways to use this place. So these are all covered in specks that make them hard to use from other directions. That one is less imperfect in some ways. Nope, they're there on that side too. Huh. So I may be an agonizing particle away from quite solving the middle one, unless I'm supposed to do it from this side. No, that seems unlikely too. And this side doesn't seem to have any special bulbs. And if I look through them, there's no yellow behind them to solve that. So this one must just barely not be working for me, huh? Huh. Not 100% sure what's causing that problem. Oh, interesting. Kind of wondering if some of these weird holes in the wall could be lined up with the painted pattern there. There's such specific holes, I wouldn't be surprised if like they could line up around some of the stuff in a specific pattern that would create a maze out of it. Nah, does not seem entirely likely. Alright, let's go ahead and invert the door direction. It's startlingly loud in my ears. Alright, so this will probably give me some kind of clue about what's going on with these diamond patterns we saw. And maybe that'll turn on something in here, so I can use these terminals that are just kind of here. Oh yeah, this seems like a clue to me. Let's see here. Oh yeah. That seems to be straightforward enough. Got it. Exactly what we're supposed to find. Line you up with this, I guess? This side part? That seems to be it. Yeah. Hang on a second. No? I have to go back now. Tad frustrating. Crap. They're gonna do that thing where they don't want me to brute force it, so they're gonna keep locking up the old ones over and over again. Which is a slightly weird mechanic. So this is not the solution? Feels like the solution. Let's try it one more time. I did this right. I went here. Like this. I think that's what I did last time. It didn't work. So maybe I need to loop around a little bit further back. Go back here or something. No. Oh, see, that's broken off. And that's broken off. Okay. I see what we're doing here. We're going back to broken branch territory. You have to watch for the broken branches that are interfering with the puzzle. So, there we go. There's a broken branch here, so don't cross this. And there's a broken branch here, so don't cross that. So loop around, down around the broken branch. Got it. Next one. Oh, no. Oh, that's fine. I just have to go look at the outside version of the window and invert it, is what's going on here. Hello. So you start top center, and you go slightly to what's going to be my right. Then you go double, double. Right, double, double. I need proper line of sight here. There we go. Right, double, double. Got it. Thank you for not making me reflect something that was very hard to see. That was a pretty easy pattern. I just had to figure out what to do with it. Hello? Rock garden of some kind. Fallen leaves everywhere. Alright. And here there's a thing. Yeah, the lock seems to be on the opposite side of the door. Like, that's what they look like from here. Looks the same to me, but I don't have access. So, I must have to find the other side from elsewhere. Maybe this is a shortcut. Maybe the island has a giant wall in the middle? Oh, bamboo. It's conceivable this place has a giant wall in the area, and this is just like a shortcut you can unlock by solving some puzzles. And you have to prove that you were on this side before, and then you have to prove you've been on that side, and then they give you the shortcut afterwards, but they don't want you to approach that direction that way. You know, like Dark Souls, basically. Did not think I'd ever mention Dark Souls in the context of The Witness, but apparently that's what my life has become. Hello, you. Can you touch the wall behind there? Oh, that's a laser. That is a laser. Let's see exactly where its wire connects to then. Maybe we'll learn something. Oh, it goes on the roof. Well, that's not very helpful. That might be hard to follow. Alright. At some point, I'm sure I'll go solve what's going on with that third one, but for now I'm going to move on just because I feel like I already solved it, and I'm like 1 millimeter away from getting it to work correctly. I don't know. There's a few puzzles that seemed almost like they're designed to make you get stuck on them for a while, and you're supposed to agonize over them and then be slightly off or realize the tiny alteration you make to fix it, but they're designed to just sit there and, like, grind at the back of your head for a while. So it seems to be what happens. I want to check out the wilderness back here. I think over here is where we saw those tree houses. I like tree houses. Let's go like tree houses together. This beautiful area right here with these weird trees that look like they're balding. I always forget what they're called. But they look like they're going bald. They're really good about the variety of environments over time, aren't they? Is there like a haziness to all this? Wow, that depth. Something slightly ominous about this road all of a sudden. But there's a... it almost feels like there's a fog in the distance that wasn't as applicable elsewhere, but maybe it's just because there's so much detail to the depth of the stuff in the distance that it's actually a different type of sight than I've seen so far in this game. Potentially. Whoa, that one looks complicated. So I found the trail. This one looks like I might stand on top of the entire castle and trace its walls. What's going on here? There's circles at the end of each maze? Wait, are those circles at the perimeter of each part of the castle? What is going on? Those are a whole bunch of wibbly wobblies. Pointing like straight this way. Interesting, because there's not a lot of land over there. They must all involve the... They can't even involve the ship, because those are the ship. There's some that are in this direction? Like in the water? I'm not sure. What I am sure of is I want to go take a look at the castle real quick before we move on with this place, because I want to see if I can figure out what these things are. And that one. That one looks like it would stand out now that I know to look for it. I'm thinking it might be the tops of all of the castle walls, like there's a trail going along them. Alright, so we saw a bunch of these around. I'm interested. So this is the nub at the end. Oh. That didn't work before, did it? But it's... well, but it cuts me off there. Oh, I see what happened here. When I solved these puzzles, they lit up, and that suddenly made it possible for me to highlight them. You too, right? Yeah. I created the maze myself by solving the puzzle. But the problem is, at the moment, they get blocked by line of... oh! I don't see other places to stand, so I don't think I can fix the line of sight problem. But I already solved these puzzles, so if I reset them, nothing should happen, right? We went to the very first puzzle that could go left or right. The one that opens the latch to the first gate in the game. And after I opened the latch, I came back later and switched it so it went the opposite direction. And it didn't go back, it didn't reseal the door. So I should be able to mess up these puzzles freely and it won't be a big deal. Oh! And those things on the obelisk, they had a circle and they had a dash, meaning entrance and exit. But they didn't have connective tissue. So I don't think what happens in the middle matters. So I just need to build a new path that has a clear line of sight to the exit. Interesting. Before I go do that, though, can I see this other path that seemed to be involved down here? Is it over here? Alright, tops of the walls may not be correct. There's the one I did get already. I'm looking for a circle that would indicate a beginning point for this maze if I started drawing stuff. Ooh, interestingly, these two things are connected by one connect. Oh, hello. There it is. Oh my god. That's why they're all connected by that tissue. Oh, the exit's over there? No. Alright. Do I have to make the exact pattern we saw? Well, this seems like an exit over here. Oh yeah, it has a nub. Wow. That serves as being the biggest maze we've found so far, doesn't it? Alright, I'm gonna go resolve those puzzles so that they I'm gonna change the puzzles so they match what I'm trying to do now. That explains why they don't just fail themselves when you mess up, and you're able to just let them stay into whatever form until you manually reset it. Because you have to be able to do something like this. Alright, you. So we're gonna walk to the exit in a way that doesn't involve line of sight problems. So basically just go right here. Good? Cool. Then we're gonna come by here and do the same thing. So this is actually really easy. I don't have to solve anything special while doing this part. It just comes down to figuring out what to do in the first place. The solution's easy to execute. Just walk across. Good to go? Is there anything going on the floor down here? I can't walk down there or anything. I don't think I have personal access. Maybe down there. Can I walk down there? No? Does not seem to be the case. Hello, you? These should be easy to trace. No? Oh no! They've got holes in them now because they're incorrect. Is that what's going on? So if they have holes in them, then I can't click on them so they don't work. So do I need the correct solution then? I must need the correct solution in order to do this. There must be a better place to stand then for solving the puzzles. Maybe a place where we can stand on top of the wall. Alright, so now we're in the back wall. I resolved the puzzles correctly. Oh, I can walk on here. Oh, but I don't have line of sight right now, do I? It might... Oh, that's why there's weird random debris in this puzzle, because it plays an impact on this part. Let's see, can I walk over here? Can't walk on this part properly. Let's see if I can get away with this. Nope, there's a pillar in the way. So I do need to be higher. I wonder... So right now there's a pillar over there in my way. What I'm thinking about right now is whether or not this game has... Let's see. At this point I would assume I probably need an alternate solution. Wait, how do I get that... So can I click on the beginning part? So where do I have to stand to click on the beginning part? Maybe this won't work for me. If I can't start it, then this whole position doesn't seem to... Did I click on it a moment ago, though? I thought I did. Nope, that little pillar's in the way, so this whole wall doesn't really work for this purpose. Maybe that one, depending on what the solution turns out to be. Is there a way to get on top of that wall? If there is, I don't have access to it right now. Alright. There's some specific spot I must be able to stand that'll give me a proper line of sight. But I'm not seeing it right now. Now I'm thinking, this area has a purpose, right? I feel like it didn't really serve one so far, so maybe it's specifically designed just for this one part. It could be. So now the issue is there a way to solve this puzzle in a way where it never goes behind one of those things? There's three things basically standing up right now. Can I solve this puzzle in a way that doesn't go behind them? I don't know if I can. Let's take a quick look. Are any of the dots behind one of those things? Right, I have to reset you. Seems like one of them is behind that spot. Huh. I wonder what happens if I... No, I was thinking, what if I solve the puzzle but then step on more of them to make them light up too? But actually, once you solve the puzzle, you can't step on anything anymore. So this one's right there. So that I can... That's one of them, so I can do that one just fine. But the other one is right behind the wall over here, and that's in the way. So that perspective won't be my solution either. I'm starting to think I may need to be able to get on top of these walls. There may be a way to get on top of them. Or maybe even standing on those things. Oh, hello. I just noticed you. How you doing? So over here, go up twice. Yep, still solving them that way, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, as far as these perspective puzzles go, I'm like halfway there. At some point, I'll definitely come back and follow up on this. Well, at least we get the satisfaction of knowing we got that really complicated looking glyph on there now. Now I'm looking at these things and noticing that it looks like there's actually 5 of them. Yeah, there are. Where that courtyard seemed to be an even 2x2 split up of 4 mazes. There's 5 puzzle solutions right here. I don't know, maybe one of them just has 2 exits built into it. It's possible. Are the maps different from each other? Let's see. I think these are the ones I've never seen before, I think. These 2 up here should be the same ones that I had access to already? Maybe not. I know this one has a broken panel. Yeah, this is the one that has the broken panel where I have to isolate the colors. Oh yeah, and this is the one that has all the debris in it. So yeah, these are the first 2 puzzles, in chronological order, actually. So there's some 5th one down there. We'll have to see what context that plays at some point. But for now, I want to see what's going on with this treehouse. Which I don't seem to have access from here. I feel excluded. Excuse me. I want to come to the sandlot too. Okay. Plan A is kaput. Is what's going on there. Let's just sort of go along the proximity. There's got to be a way in somewhere. Maybe that's the... Oh yeah, there we go. Here's a path down to the bottom. That other one, the drawbridge probably gets lowered after you've solved the area as a shortcut out of some kind. Hello. I see you. Have to watch out for the shadows. Let's see. There we go. Nope, not quite. There we go. Gotta watch out for when there's anything in the way. Hello, you. Come on down. 2 down. Alright, those ones are pretty obvious. Won't be any over here because of how shadows work. Yeah, those are around. Are you one? Nope, don't see one here. We'll keep an eye out in the shadows. Trixie. Trixie, Trixie, Trixie. The tree itself doesn't work, does it? Alright. Cool. Ooh, hello you. Still finding you. So we need to just keep walking around till we find the perspective where none of the spikes are in the way. Which is a task of varying difficulty. Right here. No. Not at all. It looks like the spikes surround it in every direction, so no matter where I stand, it's going to be blocked by a spike. So I think this one I have to do from the treehouse up there. Yeah, there's a pretty perfectly placed... That's a very black tree. I imagine I have to go right up there and solve it from there, so that's none of it's being blocked. Hello? Rocks. Just some more beautiful reflections, and very well rendered in how there's a very specific opacity to the water here that makes it look convincingly sort of swampy and murky and green. That's nice. Alright, we've got leaf coverage, and that shadow may play a role on something. This is all a dead end on this side. Alright. Let's hug the left wall for a little while. Just a way of being somewhat thorough when exploring an area. Usually just pick a wall and stick with it for a while. Otherwise you can cut it down the middle and then lose track of which places you haven't checked yet. Hello, you. So we're getting a side view of the crashed ship, where we got that disturbing story about someone just giving blind faith to, like, of course it'll work out. It's always worked out. How could something go wrong now? Everyone knows nothing never changes. Oh no! An improperly rendered branch that doesn't quite connect with the wall. That's a bummer. I found what looks like a graphical mistake. Also, I said wall instead of tree. Let's not question my grammatical mistakes. Alright? That's what I thought. That is a very... In a game that's so colorful and stylized, that is a very convincing color for the water. Alright. There's that big ominous mountain. Does it have columnar jointing on it? I think it has columnar jointing on it. That's gonna require further inspection at a later date. But for now, I'm gonna hold off. I'll probably... Just because of its monumental nature, I'll probably hold off on going to the mountain for as long as possible. Just because it seems so important. I could be totally wrong, but it feels like a place I would just avoid going to as long as possible while I check out other places. Is there a way into the tree house? I'm hitting more dead ends than I was expecting. Huh, despite our attempts to explore, there may not be a way into the treehouse. I'll do another lap around and I'll keep an eye out for ladders or a staircase or a puzzle to click on. But I'm not seeing one so far. Yeah, it's probably safe to say you only opened this bridge from the other side because there's a console over there facing that way. There's also these weird things that look like screens, but they're like hinged together in some weird way. So I don't think there's a way over from this side. Alright. We'll go this way again. We'll go past the entrance that I originally went down. And just continue past that and see if as we circumnavigate the area, maybe we'll also find another entrance. Oh, this is beautiful.